Yeah, yeah. All right, cool. So, hold on, let me get some water, bro. Kind of just getting off work to record this, but we need to put out new content, so this is Flow of Substance episode. I'll put it in the headline. Right now, the context of what we're going to be talking about and how we're going to be talking about it is to relate since we're getting around to football season, but it's something that I really want to connect to on a kind of a passion project on one of my favorite players to ever play the game, and that is Cam Newton, the Superman. Cool. All right, so the question is that we impose today is Cam Newton a Hall of Famer if he stops playing today? Is he just a memorable player or is he a player that will get a golden jacket? So we got to look at the numbers on that one, right? We all can remember those Carolina years, correct? So if we look at the numbers today, according to Cam Newton's career and according to Pro Football Reference, Cameron Gerald Newton, position quarterback, throws with his right hand, 6'5", 245 pounds. Born May 11, 1989, in College Park, Georgia. Has currently had a career over 148 games. He usually averages about 59% on his completion, 32,000 yards, and 194 touchdowns. If you look at the seasons that he's had, his best performance season, and he's a dual threat quarterback. Let me take out this echo. I don't know if y'all hear this, but I do. If you look at his touchdown to interception ratio, his best season he's had, according to the numbers, 2015, selected to the Pro Bowl and first team AP All-Pro. If you look at this, he was 3,800 yards, which is his second best in yardage, 35 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. The numbers are great. His longest completion was 74 yards. And then let's go to the rushing. Because that's what we're here for, right? Too, to see how many he got on the ground. Hold on. Work with me. Out the passion, oh yeah. He gets dirty on the ground, but we already knew that. Yeah, we already knew that. In 2015, 636 yards and 10 touchdowns. Now, just the question is this, right? Is Cam Newton a Hall of Famer? Is he a Hall of Famer with 194 touchdowns through the air, 59% completion rate, a QBR of 74.9? So QBR, that's pretty high. A Hall of Fame, for a Hall of Famer is what, right? What qualifies you? How impactful were you to the game and the time you were playing? How memorable? How much did you utilize your position to have an effect for your team in any way, shape, or form, man? Between those times, I would say 2011, probably 2016, before the ankle injury, we seen Cam Newton always be an elite quarterback and elite QB1 in this league. And there were game plans after game plans to adjust to this man to see how you can slow him down in any way. There was no way to slow him down in the prime years of his career in the wonder years. You look at Cam Newton, it was not a throw he couldn't make. It was not any receiver he couldn't hit. It was not any adjustment he didn't know. And worst comes to worst, he can use his legs. And the difference between him and other dual threat quarterbacks, that is a big man. Stout, 6'5", 250 pounds, can run a 4.6, good blazing speed, good top end speed. It can get on you so fast that you don't even see it coming. Difference from him from a lot of dual threats too, he could slide, so he wouldn't take the punishment, as much punishment as many other dual threat quarterbacks would. Is he the best dual threat quarterback to ever play the game? Question's still out on that. Obviously, everyone puts Michael Vick up there with the best dual threat ever, considering he's the first quarterback to throw over 3,000 yards and run 1,000 yards at the same time. So that is just he's just so, like, idolized in that route. So you can't really say Cam Newton's better than him. But in the sense of utilization and long haul and building an offense that actually functions in the way for a dual threat quarterback, Cam Newton is one of the first to do it at the highest level consistently as he's doing it now. Yes, you had RG3, Deshaun Watson, you have many Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and things of that nature that quarterbacks are running the ball a lot more. But without Cam Newton was really the first major iteration of that to say, this is a standard now, this will be in the league 4 times to come because this is an effective. This can get us to a championship. This can beat those top tier teams. This can get us those divisional conferences. This can put other people in position to perform well, to make sure everyone in the offense is happy. Because if the offense gets a certain number of yards, there's a least number of sacks, if there's a certain amount of touchdowns, everyone's checks are looking very, very well. Now, in the aspect of the Hall of Fame, how does he rank against previous quarterbacks in his era? So if you look at the era, he was with, not in the same draft class, but just in that era, it was him, Andrew Luck, RG3, right? Those were some of the best talents at the time. Andy Dalton, some of the best talents at the time. Carson Wentz. So, and these, I'm not saying draft class, I'm just saying era. So, like, just look at that overview of era of quarterbacks that were coming into the league and starting and offering, you know, their need to be great. Obviously, alongside with him is Russell Wilson. And Russell Wilson was probably the top performer of that era, considering he got the championship, he got the job done, he got the big one done. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at Cam Newton, obviously after he leaves, you see he goes to the Patriots. He was dealing with injuries already. He's getting to the middle part of 30 in this point in time, and the numbers, you could see the obvious decline. I want to say the offensive coordinator at that time was Josh McDaniels, and he did not have an understanding of how to use this young man in the right ways, in my opinion, for him to have success and for the Patriots to have success. Obviously, it was after the GOAT left. That would be Tom Brady, and it just did not work out for him in the ways you would want to have an effective offense, to have an effective team. There was a lot of things going wrong with that team, and Cam Newton wasn't the best asset, nor utilized as the best asset for that team. He was used as a filler until they got, I want to say he was an offensive rookie runner-up in the Rookie of the Year award. His name is not coming to mind, but I do remember when he came to the team, I believe he came from Alabama at the time. He was throwing the ball to some of the best receivers in college football. So I believe his numbers are a little inflated, but he was a true baller at Alabama, and he did what he needed to do to get to one of the best franchises in sports, in my opinion. So you got Mac Jones, right? Mac Jones comes in, and obviously young talent, hasn't been beat up as Cam, hasn't taken the licks yet at the highest level, and he's technically coming in unscathed, very confident from coming from a winning football team. And Mac Jones comes in and he does what he's supposed to do. He leads the team. He makes the right, correct throws. Obviously, he makes those rookie mistakes, but you're in a situation where you can win. You're in a situation where you have doable weapons that put you in a position to have an effective offense in some way. His numbers weren't incredibly stout, but it puts them in a position when they see the Bills, and obviously the Bills were already cooking with grease. So, you know what I'm saying? You're not really going to get past that as a rookie unless, you know, you something different. You feel me? But so Cam was already prepped to get out of there. They did not see a long game with Cam Newton. They didn't see a real winning situation with Cam Newton. Cam Newton, unfortunately, at this point in career, where you see in many pro athletes' career, when they start reaching the middle age of 30s, they're used as a roster spot, a filler. And if things work out, good for you, but we're not preparing for you to make it work out. We're not going to get you the weapons to make it work out. After Cam Newton's first year, they start spending $100 million the year after they had that slump year. You know what I'm saying? They spent $100 million in free agency. So Cam Newton not have a winning situation in his last years. And then obviously he gets hurt with Carolina. So if this is it, if this is the final say, throughout all the film we have, throughout everything we've seen, is Cam Newton a Hall of Fame football player? Me, if I would say so, I don't know. Those years that he was with Carolina were some very, very special football being played. And if you think those football years that Cam Newton was doing what he was doing did not inspire Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and the list is going to continue to grow. I think you will be very, very misinformed. You will be very, in a way, you would kind of be like you would just be a hater. You would, for me to just put it bluntly out, you would be a hater and you wouldn't let Cam Newton really breathe in that legacy that he set for football at the time, man. I mean, as a rookie, he was coming in killing. And then for that period of time until he ran into those ankle injuries, and I don't think he can maintain a healthy season. And Cam Newton's doing what he needs to do outside of football. He's already figured it out. He got his wits about him. He hasn't been completely beat up by the game where he can't articulate himself. His brain health is still there. He doesn't have any severe back injuries. Yeah, he has ankle injuries, but it's still a way where he can facilitate a very functional, able life after football. So I don't think he needs football anymore. I think he just loves the game and would still love an opportunity to play in the NFL. I don't think if someone called him for a workout, I don't think he would turn it down. But at 194 touchdowns, 59% completion rate, and then you look at a 74 to 75 QBR, do you put Cam Newton in there and not put, do you put him in there first ballot? I don't know about that. But if he continues to pop up, obviously Cam Newton was a huge facilitator towards the game and a star, an offensive stud for more years he was than he wasn't. So if you're going to look at it like that, Cam Newton was an offensive stud more times than he wasn't. So you can't just go with the last 2 seasons to say he's not. I believe Cam Newton is a Hall of Famer. I know that's really bold of me to say, but if I'm looking at these numbers, and if I'm looking at the years that quarterbacks have went, and yeah, the chip does matter, and yes, the Super Bowl does matter, and yes, he had a very lackluster, horrible Super Bowl performance considering the year he had. I just don't believe you cannot detest how great he was for the time he was great and how long he was that greatness. If you saying different, then we can have that debate and I'll bring you up here and we can talk about it. But I just believe Cam Newton is a Hall of Famer. You can look at the numbers yourself, you can look at the film yourself, and you look at the way he impacted the game. Come on now. We can't deny that, right? And if we're looking at the criteria to get into the NFL Hall of Fame, it's not, the NFL is not clear cut and dry. It really isn't how to get there. But I think he has a resume that can give him a good argument for him to put on a yellow jacket, period. All right, that's really all I got for y'all today. I just had a passion piece. We're just talking about Cam Newton as we coming into the point where we're going to get to the first season without Cam Newton not touching the field in a long time, since 2011. I'm a Cam Newton fan. I always will be a Cam Newton fan, and I appreciated everything he's done for football. Thank you, bro, and I hope you do get that call to get that yellow jacket to get in the Canton. I think you deserve it. All right, peace.